This is for the Antifa and the BLM folks. Bless your heart. I know you're trying to change hearts and minds regarding the perception that there are racist people out there. And yeah, there's probably people out there that don't like people for many different reasons. But I'm telling you, don't go against your neighbor. Don't destroy your community because the government is having you think that your neighbor hates you. Do you realize there are actual medical, holistic campaigns that are targeting your DNA? Do you realize that sickle cell anemia and all these different cultural, genomic types of predispositions are actually being used in the monoclonal antibodies to target your specific DNA strand, RNA strands, to where that's why you're dealing with hypertension, all the different cancer, disease, and chronic illness? You realize there are campaigns to destroy your culture that have been perpetrated by the medical holistic system that's been both propped up by the Democrats and the Republicans, both, and the independents. You realize the independents coming into your community, like the social therapists over there in San Francisco, are purposely targeting your specific culture, BLM, Antifa, and trying to brainwash all of your children into buying into the university system so you can then enslave and destroy your own culture? Do you realize that's what's going on? You are being used, Antifa, BLM. You are being used. Okay? And they are basically targeting you at the micro level. When you're fighting a war within your body, and you think it's all about racism and all about all these different isms, when you're actually fighting a torturous war in your body where you are feeling the fibromyalgia, the lupus, where your body is racked in pain because you're being attacked at the micro level, and then you're thinking that the answer is out there. You're thinking the answer is in Biden. You think the answer is in Trump. You think the answer is in anyone in Congress. All the freaking, sex offenders in our high levels of government as well as in your community. You're being played like you don't even know. And then when you're taking your CBD oils and you're selling them to your friends and family, you're now sustaining the programming. You're destroying your friends at the micro level, at the evolutionary level. Do you realize that the black population is being targeted by those in high levels of government? You realize that you're being used. Do you not know that? Do you wonder why it is that your grandparents, your parents, your friends and family are dealing with major biochemical imbalances? You really think the government gives a shit about you and your culture and what you think is right and true? You really think they care about freaking racism? Do you really think they care about your civil rights? No, they don't. Look at your body, look at your mind, look at your spirit. You are struggling. You are so struggling. Your kids are struggling. And it's all in your community. And guess who's being perpetrated by the medical holistic system? Your friends that are giving your friends vaccines and giving you all the prescription drugs and selling you all your CBD and your ganja and all the weed that you can handle, and then all the prescription drugs and all the detoxes. You're being destroyed, and then they're making you think that it's the patriots out there that are your enemy. They're making you think that your enemy, your neighbor is your enemy. You know what the enemy is the fact that you don't have any knowledge around your microbiome. And you're listening to authority. And when you listen to authority about your health, guess what? You turn out to be dependent on the system. How many more drugs can you be on at this point in time? How many more supplements and pills and CBD oil and ganja are you going to smoke before you basically pass away? You're being played. It's time that we all unify and not play these division games that are on Fox and CNN, as well as the independents who are trying to save all the poor kids in these communities. You don't know there's a bigger picture going on. And the black community, as well as minority communities, as well as the white community, are being destroyed. And then they're pitting all of you guys against each other. Patriots too. Bye.